I'm Dr. John. This is your Maintenance Minute. We're continuing our discussion on the 32 storeroom processes and practices, and we're all the way down to the R's now with receiving. Here's what we need to know about receiving things into the storeroom. First of all, if possible, if at all possible, you want to receive the items directly into the storeroom. Some of you have the receiving function is at the receiving dock, which is not the storeroom, so it's received by a group of people that just generally unload the truck, look at the bill of lading, kind of take a look in the box maybe, or they just throw stuff aside for the storeroom. Things have a way of disappearing between the receiving dock and the storeroom. I know you know what I'm talking about. If possible, you want to receive in the storeroom. And then by the way, we want to unload those trucks quickly. We want to receive these products very quickly, right? We also want to reconcile the bill of lading with the purchase order. This does several things. First of all, it kind of confirms we're looking at the bill of lading. We're looking at what's in the box. We're kind of confirming that's the same thing. Then we're going over to the purchase order saying that's exactly what we ordered. You make that entry. That starts the pay clock. And this is really important for the vendors, and which is important to us, by the way. If you don't pay the vendors, they stop selling you stuff. It's kind of funny how that works that way. But it starts the pay clock. And with most of our vendors, it's, that your company collects payment in 30 days and we pay our vendors in 45 or longer, right? You don't ever operate your business on your own money. That'd be foolish, right? You want to use the bank's money. So that's how that works. Then you want to get the items on the shelf ASAP. Let's face it, you're not going to issue parts out of the storeroom that haven't even been received into the storeroom yet. That is to say, and again, many of you know what I'm talking about. You've received things, and the very next day on a pallet in the storeroom are still those items in a box. They have yet to be received into the storeroom. They've definitely not been put on the shelf. I can't issue things out of the storeroom if I have not received them and put them in their proper location and accounted for them in the CMMS by increasing the inventory count by what I've actually just put on the shelf. This should happen ASAP. In fact, from unloading the truck to reconciling to putting the parts on the shelf should be no less than 4 hours. And I'm talking about a big shipment, not just one item coming in. We should have a goal to have trucks unloaded, items accounted for, reconciled, and on the shelf and accounted for in the computer system within 4 hours. Again, I'm replenishing my stock. Now, if it's not a stock replenishment, and it's a part that's been ordered directly for a job, it goes directly into a job kit. No longer are we putting things on a shelf with a red tag that says, the phone number. We call Jim and say, your part's here. And that part is still sitting on that shelf 6 months later. No, that's not how it works. If you order a part directly, I'm talking to planners now. If you order a part directly, it's ordered on your CMMS, your work order system. It has a work order on that purchase order. The storeroom is going to put that directly in a job kit. Now, storeroom, if you don't have a job kit already being built for that particular assignment, now you just received the very first part, right? Put it in, get a box, put it in the box, put the work order number and put it on your kit's being built shelf or whatever you guys call that. This is the process of receiving. This has to be done quickly. It has to be done correctly. This is the first place in all the storeroom processes and practices. This is the first place where we have an opportunity to screw up our inventory. We don't receive it right, and our inventory accuracy can go to hell because this is the very first place where we screw it up. I suggest you have a very strong process. I suggest that you have discipline to that process. I suggest that you review that process from time to time with the planners to make sure that we're doing everything proper, and purchasing too, by the way. Make sure we're doing everything the best way possible. Call me if you need some help. We'd love to help you set up this process. This is one of the Sergeant Major's uber critical receiving. I'm Dr. John. This has been your Maintenance Minute.